Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome to episode 8 of Civilization 5 as Korea. Things aren't going too bad, although it did look for a while like the Incans were about to declare war on me. I've bribed them to go to war with France. Now it's the second time we've done that, and I think the first time around nothing really seemed to happen. They probably just postured against each other on the border and didn't really get anything done. Hopefully this time around they will at least beat the snot out of each other a little bit, which might make my life a little bit easier. But in the meantime, while they're occupied, I'm going to start building up an army. It is my intention to try and take the Incas' capital because they are my only real direct neighbour. And it would be very, very nice if I could take them out. So we'll certainly consider, maybe later on when we're ready to go to war with them, bribing them to go to war with France again. Give them a couple of turns to move all of their units away from the border and then go and attack Cusco, which is probably what I will do. We've finished the circus here in Jeonju. What do we want to do here? It's probably worth... Let's grab a temple, actually, because we don't have much faith in total. We could do with a bit more faith. Let's start working our way around in this direction now. We might get a bit more of an idea of what's going on over on the far west. Cleared a forest, so we've just got a lot of production for Jeonju. That's because we are building that plantation on the coca. And let's keep moving you up around here. Probably not going to be able to get through Pasagade here, but we'll see what we can do. No declaration of friendships with the... In fact, the only one that's actually friendly with us is Genghis Khan, and I have no idea why. Why do you like me so much? No reason at all. You just like me. Fair enough. We'll see if we can go out in this direction. I doubt we can. I might be able to buy open borders from Persia just to scoot through, which is probably what I'll do. Would be nice to know exactly how the war is going on over here. Napoleon has the Great Wall, so that's definitely going to help. I was going to go and look this way. We can actually get around here. So that's what we'll do. And we've met Mombasa as well, so there's a little bit of extra gold. Not much. Do I still want to go ahead and buy an extra worker? I probably should get one. Discovered education. So the question is, do I want to build Oxford now, or do I want to wait and use it later when we can get a more expensive free technology? It might be nice to use it to grab something further up the list, but there's a lot of other stuff that we need to backfill. I think we're going to go ahead and try and grab machinery, and then what we will do is we will build Oxford and use it to grab acoustics, because we could just go straight into acoustics. So we'll start working on machinery, and then we'll grab acoustics because it's the most expensive, and we'll see if we can do it that way. Depending on how long it takes us to build Oxford, of course. And what we also have to remember is we'll get a lot more... of a tech boost once we build it as well anyway, because that's just the way it works with Korea. So while I think about it, let's just also go in there and just queue up compass, just so we've got somewhere for any overflow to go. Borders of Busan have actually grown. We've got that cotton now. Well, we can't come and do that. Well, we can actually. Let's go ahead and purchase a worker, because otherwise things are just going to take far too long. There's a Mongolian great general. Although technically it's a Khan, because it's their unique unit. Or one of their unique units. Not too sure what he's doing embarked and just floating around in the water. No longer friends with... Oh, that wasn't Kaisel. It was Zurich. Ah, there we go. It was Kaisel that asked for the jewelry. I thought I was misreading it. Getting Kaisel and Zurich confused. There's Manila, so there's another city-state. Worker, you are going to go up there and sort out that cotton. I'm watching you, Pachacuti. Pachacuti, whatever your name is that I struggle to pronounce. Pachacuti, I'm watching you. I see what you're doing. What's his religion? 15% faster border growth, use faith to purchase pre-industrial land units, and culture for followers. Okay, nothing that gives him any sort of combat bonus, which is good. Unit needing orders. We'll scoot you through Manila. Still good on happiness. 10 turns away from getting a pagoda. 19 turns away from getting another great writer. Do we have another slot for great works of writing? What am I doing here? No, I do not have another slot. So we need to build some amphitheatres. Did I not have what? Did I not start building one? I thought I did. Walls. You're building a temple. Game seems determined that it's not going to let me do what I want to do here. 2 turns away from the barracks. Do you have an amphitheatre? Apparently you do. Yes. Why did we get one free, but I only have the one? We would probably want to build... We could go for Angawat, actually. Requires education, but it doesn't count as a science building, which is really, really weird. Because Awat is kind of like a university. No, we probably won't bother with that, and we'll probably queue up a university. And we'll probably try and get the university before the garden. No point speeding up the great writers, because we haven't actually got an amphitheatre yet. 5 turns there for the temple, and then after that we could get an amphitheatre, which would be 20 turns. We might be able to speed that up slightly. Again, we don't have any really good production tiles here. We don't really have any, to be honest. This tile is not currently being worked. We could get 1 extra product. Why aren't you working that? Because that gives you an extra production. So you're going to knock a turn off the amphitheatre. That is being worked by another city. It'll do for now. When are we going to grow? 5 turns, so we might be able to get some more production out of it that way. Okay. I think we'll have an amphitheatre in time for that next great work of writing, so we should be good. And we still need to make sure we sort of build some defences up here and build a bit of an army. We'll have a look around. Why can't you move? Or is it because you can't see through? Yeah, okay, fair enough. There we go. See, Petracuti has already made peace. You want to give me horses for Coca? No. So they've pieced out already. You want to give me horses for Coca? No. You want to give me horses for Coca? No. You want to give me horses for Coca? No. You want to give me gold per turn for Coca? Slightly better offer, but I've pretty much got in my... That means I've got a spare Coca then. It must be. We must have got one of them done. So we'll sort that out very, very shortly. So, resource list. 3 coca, 1 export. So we do have a spare one. So let us go to Askia and trade. I would like to trade 1 of your silver for 1 of my coca, please. Apparently I've got... Oh, we must have finished both of them at the same time. So how about I go to Morocco and I would like to trade 1 of your copper for my coca, please. Fantastic. Good stuff. Okay, we may adopt a policy. Still can't get rationalism yet. Construct monuments, amphitheatres, opera houses 50% faster. Yes. Yes, yes, please. Because now if we go ahead and look over in Zhenju, it's now going to take 11 turns to build the amphitheatre. So that's going to be good. We can't move you any further around. You have finished that. While you're over here, you may as well do some of these upgrades. Let's do the stone, just because you're next to it, so you can get a start on that. 11 turns. Seems like a long time, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and get a mine up here, because that will give us some extra production in this city, because it's really, really lacking in production. Now, the Incas are no longer at war with France, which makes me think that they might be coming my way. So I have to definitely prepare for that possibility. I don't think that... I mean, obviously, having a war on their terms... I mean, I'd sooner have a war with them when I'm ready for the war, not when they're ready. But we should be able to defend ourselves quite well, because these forests and hills and mountains that are protecting Cusco from our attack are also protecting us from Cusco's attack. So it does work both ways. Let's go down here. So we've uncovered a good portion of the map. We'll probably just get rid of this trireme or put it onto auto explore or something later on. Don't need open borders, so do go away. Nobody has any luxuries that I can buy. Looks like there's a city-state there that are looking for a great writer, so how long is that mission going to last? No timeout on it, so we might end up getting that. And you guys, yeah, they're definitely up to something, aren't they? I'm worried we're going to lose this worker. So much so, I'm actually going to go and put my archers on top of them if I can get there quick enough. You guys just sit on alert. Caravan, you are going to... Do I really want to trade with Cusco and risk losing it? No, I think we're just going to carry on to Zhenju and keep things quick on terms of production. One more turn, we'll finish the temple and we'll grow, so we can use that to hopefully get some tiles with production. Public declaration from France. It's protecting a city-state, not really a big deal to me. Work has now begun on an amphitheatre. Let's just go there and protect the worker. So Zhenju has grown as expected. Again, not a lot of great tiles. 9 turns until growth. 11 turns for the amphitheatre, 14 turns for the great writer. It will do. We'll just continue scouting around with you. Another turn where we couldn't do a lot. I'm still really expecting... I'm annoyed that I've spent so much money bribing the Incas to go to war with the French, and they haven't done anything significant. Napoleon's completed Notre Dame. Looks like we're about to find another city-state. Couldn't do an awful lot on that turn either. So yeah, we're definitely going to have to start building up some units, getting ourselves some composite bowmen, hopefully getting some crossbowmen actually, because that's what we're working towards now. We're working towards machinery. So, oh, there's Kabul. We'll get some crossbows, and we'll consider then... How far are we away from cannons? Quite a way to go to grab chemistry, actually. Cannons would really make life easier, though we may be able to do it with crossbows. Cusco only has a strength of 24. That's not amazing. The thing that makes it difficult is actually being able to shoot it, because we'd have to kind of go over the river here and go around the long way, which is a little bit of an annoying thing to do. But we might be able to do it. And we've got some barbarian camp that has captured a worker. You have completed that. That's going to give us even more happiness. Do you know what I'm going to do? I am going to build a fort here. Yeah, that looks suspicious, doesn't it? If he tries to attack, I will move backwards. But in the meantime, I'm definitely going to start building a fort. Give us a little bit more protection. I was thinking about just clearing the forest, just to get some extra production in Busan for clearing the forest, but also to make travelling through here a little bit easier. But I thought, well, making travel through there easier is just going to make it easier for him. So doing it this way might help me out a little bit more. We definitely need to grab some more units, so we need to keep our eye on that. Composite Bowman, you're just going to stay on guard. I'm not going to declare war on him, even if he asks me if that's my intention, because I think he's just going to declare war on me at some point anyway. And I would like to get crossbows first, and considerably a bigger army than I already have. Okay, well, he hasn't attacked yet. Milan and Morocco now allies. Discovered machinery. Why did we just suddenly get... Why did we just suddenly get so much science? Because we've just grabbed a load of science. I think we were 3 or 4 turns off. We didn't have a research agreement. Did we finish a science building somewhere? Ah, yeah, we've just finished a library. Awesome. So, what do we want over here? I guess we could try and get a workshop to get some production going. Let's start trying to work on a workshop over here. That's fantastic. That gave us a little bit of a boost to our science there. So now we're working on compass. We might well end up researching acoustics at this rate. We could also queue up physics, because then we could get our Watchers. I mean, they're not going to be any good in a siege, but they'll certainly be very, very good at defending if the Incas try to attack. And we can upgrade them to cannons, so that might not be a bad idea. So what we've got here, we do now have the caravansary. There are a few things that I would like to get here. We're not really going to be building mounted units, so a stable's not a great idea. How many sources of horses? How many sources of horses do we have here? Just one. We are going to need to get universities, but I think what I'm going to do is get myself another crossbowman or 2 queued up. Also, just before he does decide to declare war on me, you are going to get upgraded to a crossbowman. I'd like to get you upgraded to a crossbowman too. This is very, very risky because he might just go and grab my worker, but we'll see what happens. No, he didn't declare. He's just posturing at the moment. Of course, the longer I leave it before attacking Cusco, the bigger Cusco is going to grow and the more combat strength it's going to have. So I do have to keep that in mind. Let's just go back there to protecting you guys. Cocoa and gems with France. He's still willing. That's fine. I'm not sure whether or not those two actually even got close enough to do anything in their little fight. This is the thing. Sometimes when you bribe the AI to attack each other, they do accept, but their heart's just not in it, and they just do. They make a really half-assed effort of actually trying to do anything. Unit needing orders. Let's get you to scout around here a little more. Yeah, he does have a lot of units. I mean, we do have crossbowmen, which is better. He did have a couple of longswordsmen earlier, but he doesn't seem to have crossbows yet. And crossbows are good. We're definitely training a few more up. We probably need another melee unit or 2. But it will be really, really good for us if we can grab our Watchers. There's no point trying to get anybody else to declare war on him, because the only person that's really close enough to even think about having a pop is France, and I think France is still a little bit too far away to really do anything. We're going to work that instead, because that'll mean we'll still get the growth there. So let us do that. Still going to be really slow going. Cargo ship from Seoul, you can carry on going to Zurich, because I still think it's a safe trade route. You can... Right, we've got that mine there now, which will work shortly. Oh, we've got another plantation we could grab over here. Not sure who I could trade it with, although Persia would be willing to buy it for money, so would the Celts, so it might be worth grabbing that. Let's just go ahead. Yeah, we already were working that tile, so that is fine. You are just going to stay there. And of course I can't instantly bribe them to go back to war with France because they will have a truce. And there's nobody else that they can reach, or nobody else that can reach them, so... Zhengzhou has grown. I'm probably saying these places incorrectly, which I do apologise for. You're working that, which is fine. We knew you were. 11 turns until next growth. Production 16, which is better. It is, although does that count the production coming from that trade route? Yeah, 4 production from trade routes established with this city. I think you're good as you are for now. You're just going to stay there. You are going to build a mine because we'll get some more production down here. You're going to keep going north. Probably not going to find a lot, but you'll keep going north anyway. Let's hope they don't attack on this turn. I was expecting it. Every turn now I'm expecting it to come. No, don't need open borders with you. So again, another turn in which they did not attack. And let's just keep having a look around. There we go. We found ourselves another city-state. Fantastic. Finish that amphitheatre. Let's go ahead and get the university, because we'll keep boosting up our science. There's absolutely no point using Oxford University to rush acoustics now. So what we'll probably do is queue up acoustics after compass and physics. And then we'll see where we go from there. We may end up using it to like buy architecture, or I don't know. We'll see what happens when we get to it. We might just have to save Oxford. Remember, we can't build Oxford until we have a university in every city anyway. So you go off to Zurich. And that's pretty much all we can do on this turn. We are over the 20-minute mark, so that is a good point to end the video. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hope you are still enjoying Civilization 5 as Korea. And I will see you next time. So until then, goodbye for now.